Hello, welcome back to the Western Front of the Great Patriotic War, where we're trying to wrap up the fourth week of the war here. And last time we bounced around a little bit more than usual, but I was just feeling very indecisive about the Northern Front here. Um, Northwestern and Leningrad fronts. Northern Front is technically Finland in the continuation war. But um, for now, I'm going to leave it as is, except for just reassigning a couple of tank divisions here and there. Um, just, I couldn't really get a feel for what I really wanted. So I'm going to leave it as is for now and see what happens. But needless to say, I'm not particularly happy with it. Did I ever reassign this? I kind of do. I have a feeling I'm going to lose that next turn. Well, I'll leave it as is for now. Just trying to check and see if anything is not in command range. Is there a soft factor for command range? I know there's a filter for it, but I don't think there's a soft factor. That would be a really nice addition. Kind of wish there were. Like, this units attached one is pretty useless. Um, I don't really understand the point of it. I guess it's just to see if you have any direct units attached. I don't know. Like, this guy's yellow. Does that mean he has something attached? Yeah, he has this light tank battalion. But you know what? I kind of want to leave it there. I like having the light tank battalion with him. It's probably less efficient, but I guess it's just so you can find unused stuff. But the commander report is so good at doing that already that I don't see a point. I guess supply priority is somewhat useful, just to see the guys that are in yellow. Like this 63rd Rifle Corps, we probably want to bump them up to green. Just because they're not on high supply right now. They're going to need it. This is a frontline unit that is not ready, so let's buff that up a little bit. And then let's try to see what we can do for a line behind this. So this is now still unready. Any of these ready? No. I don't know why I didn't put them on refit last time. Or who knows, maybe I did. Do I have any armies in the back here that I can bring forward? I could use an army or two. 31st Army. It's kind of a doofus. I wish I could have my points back. I would not have done that 37 Rifle Corps. If I were gonna do it again, I would probably do this 31st Army and replace him. He looks like Elon Musk, doesn't he? I've never noticed that before. Dalmatov looks like Elon Musk. Well, uh, just for that, I guess it's worth keeping him around. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Well, let's give Dalmatov these random tank divisions that are all spread out. We're going to replace him with a mechanized commander, I think. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to give him the 13th Army. Uh, is there anything I can get rid of here? Where's the 18th Tank Division? Guess I can just give him to a Rifle Corps. This thing is not getting much supply now, is it? What do we have for supply points in this area? Kind of just that. Let's lower this one down to a 2. Want a little bit more to flow through. Trying to look for another potential place for an airfield here. See if any of these have any manpower at all. Just because we could use a couple more airfields. I would like to kind of start setting up my tanks in this area, I think. Even though it's not great terrain, like this is not a bad spot. Does that count as clear? Yeah, it does. And then we'll give the 34th First Army some construction units, if we have any available. We only have 3 now at Stufka. Not ideal. We really want this army to get some supply, though. And then I think these tank divisions, I do want to move them up a little bit to here. And the reason for that is I do want, I think I want them on that side of the river. Thinking that could be a good spot for an airbase too. But I want this to kind of be like my quick reaction force. In case any breakthroughs here. Okay, and that on the next line, the next river line, next terrain line, I guess I should say. I do want some strength. So they're both refitting. You're still going to the 13th Army because I screwed you up. So I guess I'll leave you there for now. Let's give you a little bit of stuff. Where's that guy I replaced? It's this one, wasn't it? That was the 37th for some reason. Just gonna start pulling these guys back a little bit. Now that we see them kind of glooping out of there. Hmm. All right. The reinforcements are on their way. These are the guys we brought in this turn to hold the line behind us. And thank God they're here, because things were looking a little bit squishy. Got some marching ahead of them to get to useful positions, but we need them desperately. Do kind of want to stick one just guarding that rail. I think I want to actually start transferring this tank division up north. Give them to that same army. Eventually just try to make this our little tank area. Why is this guy assigned so far away? These guys are both going directly to the Western Front now because their mechanized corps got deleted. So we really need an army down here, but I don't know if I have any free ones. Who's under the 24th and the 30th armies? So 30th, well, also we got to check their stats because they're probably not good. Yeah, they're both kind of bad. Is this guy getting deleted? No. So turn 24. he has nothing under him, so I guess just bring him up here. Just looking for an army that doesn't have anything under it yet. Fourth army. Yeah, they're busy. They've got stuff to do. So the 16th army. Have any armies snuck around here? '34th army. Okay, let's do the 34th army. Oh, he's even worse. All right, well, I think it's the 30th Army or nothing at all. So we'll move down the 30th Army into this neck of the woods. And this guy is going directly to him, so let's move him closer to him. And then we'll give you over to him. Can I move the Arel one yet? They're still locked. When are they locked till? Don't say. Okay, that looks pretty good. Give them a couple MG battalions just to harden them up a little bit. And we'll toss the rest of the MG battalions maybe to the 28th Army. I was going direct to the 28th Army that's out of supply. This thing. Oh, crap. Maybe I displace those guys and put them right here and move up an infantry division into that same spot. Not sure. I could put him here. Because the other guy's in range. That would put him in range, right? Yeah. All right, I like the look of that. Very cool. All right. So I don't think we're going to do anything with the 4th Army because, yeah, I don't think they're in a good position to do anything. I'm a little bit concerned about all this open ground I'm leaving, but I do want a good, nice deep line in this direction because that's the fastest way to Moscow. And I've seen that he's willing to just try to punch a hole. So we'll see what his actions are this turn and make our decisions based on that. But I think it'll probably be a good idea to start spreading out a little bit once we find out where he's going. But he's made no advance along this line. So we've been able to just sit here, which I'm kind of fine with. You know, they've been fording up a little bit. And that'll be a pretty tough river to cross for them. All right, so in the south, things are not looking quite so hot. We did end up like kind of rage reassigning one of the rifle corps commanders, which cost us a lot of points. This guy, I think. Or was it the 37th? I don't even remember. I did it in like a fit of rage last night. And it was stupid, but it's kind of funny. I feel like it's in character for Stalin to do that. Or was it this guy? Well, this guy's good now, so if it was him, it was worth it. But what I'm worried about in this area, is this 37 rifles. Yeah, because I gave him Petrov, that's right. Because I like his hat. But basically down here, what I'm a little worried about is just getting absolutely punched through. So, I mean, Petrov is one of those guys who's completely reliant on holding the line here. And that's actually a clear hex. So These are all HQ units. Ooh. Alright, we need to displace these to the rear at least 1 hex. 6th Army, can you displace to the rear 1 more? Still be in range? No. Well, that's okay. We need all of these guys to back off by at least 1. Okay, and that puts that out of range. So maybe we move. All right, who's the commander? Okay, it's 37 rifles. Maybe we move you up here. Yeah, that fixes that. And then we move the 6th Army back down by 1. Perfect, perfect. Now we got to plug this gap. And I kind of want to plug it with something good. I don't want to give up anything that's already forted up to at least level 1. So this is Fort 0. So let's try to plug it with that. And maybe something else. So we'll back this guy off and then move this guy over here. So we do have some stuff going back to the front, which obviously we don't really want. Oof, this is really weak over here. All right, and then this poor mountain division is just holding the damn line. Let's get this guy back on the other side of the river. Let's get this fortified region to someone nearby. The 37th. And then we'll make sure these guys are on 4, because they're our elites. That was under this. That's a 3. I guess they're on the front line, so they're going to need it. Alright, do any of these have 3s that don't need them? You can be a none for now. I mean, you don't have any men reporting to you. The airborne guys have pretty low supply, all things considered. All right. Overall, I kind of want to leave the 9th Army where they are for now. See where they're going to spread out to. And the last couple ones I want to do here are, I want to move this mechanized division back across the river into a clear hex. I think he'll still be in range there. No, he will not. Well, we'll give him to is actually not too bad with mechanized. But maybe we can give them to the 8th Motorized Corps, Mechanized Corps. Let's see if that's in range. I think it is. We'll refit him. These guys have been on refit for quite some time. Not that they've got a ton of tanks. They've got a few now. I guess not really quite some time. They just moved last turn, but well, they should have a fair number of turns until they have to fight again. All right, so our weak spots are right here. So if we want to move anything, it'll be into these areas. But I don't have a ton of things to move up. Wish I was able to defend this a little bit. Just wasn't. And they really have just kind of ignored they've ignored this area. Just wondering what's going to happen if I were to just kind of hold the ground where I am. Let's get these guys all over to that army. Now that it's activated. And we're going to give this to the Southern Front, I think. These are all going to be on refit for quite some time, though. Okay. Let's have you guard that. Just worried he might make it all the way there. Just because I've got so few divisions down here. Well, I'm going to say let's bring in our reserves down into the Southern Front. Whatever reserves we have. And then let's defend this city with whatever we have. tempted to just scout with this division. Just to see what's up here. Okay, so we know we got a couple divisions there. And that's fine. I'll just suicide that division. Just wanted to see what they had. It's just a couple cavalry divisions. So nothing major. So the tanks are probably over this way then. So this could work out well. We could be able to come down right on top of them. Because hopefully what this will do is draw their attention south. Because they'll see a possible threat coming from the south and they might respond to it. That's the thought anyways. Alright, so now I want to at least stick a division into this little town here. The Zithamir. I'd like to just leave him there. We'll see how that works. Are we getting anything more in this for reinforcements? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so why don't we stick these up here? That one did have Fort 0 in it. This one has a Fort 0 too. I don't know what the stats are on that, so I'll leave it as is for now. Alright, well hopefully that'll at least slow down their advance a little bit just by cutting that supply line. Otherwise, in some critical locations here, let's make sure we have enough stuff. Let's give him one more howitzer. And let's give the 5th Army a little bit more. So he's got one anti-tank brigade, but let's give him some more anti-tank. So let's give him an anti-tank battalion and some machine guns, which actually have some anti-tank equipment in them. And let's give our elites, the 37th, let's give them an anti-tank battalion and give them a machine gun unit. And then the 9th Army, you've got a buttload of artillery already, but let's give you a machine gun or as well. And then maybe, does this guy get deleted soon? I hope not. No, it doesn't. All right. Thank God. Let's give you some artillery. Just something that's at Stavka. And we'll give you a machine gun. So you'll eventually need that. And then up here, the 18th Army, you don't really need anything yet. Neither do you. You're pretty far back. What else for frontline units? 36 Rifle Corps. You kind of have a good amount of stuff already, but let's give you the last machine gun. Alright, I would like to disperse those anti-tank guns back up north on this kind of group right here. I want to make sure that these guys have enough support. So a very low TOE howitzer is probably not going to do too much. So let's give them 2 anti-tanks. All right, and then it seems like we're kind of short of artillery, so maybe we should build some. Are we at our max? No, we can build 4 more of these. These are very useful to have, so might as well build them. They're free. What else is free? These are free, but we're over the limit already. These are free, but they're kind of useless. But hey, when I have them, right? Might as well build them. These are free, again, kind of useless, but we'll build 3 of them. Never know where you might need AA battalions. And then these are not free, but I really want some. So we'll build some more of these. These come with a bunch of M10 howitzers. I mean, I would like to get some of these out, but we have so few A19 field guns. When does this TOE change? It must change soon. Not till December 41. God. We just have so few of these field guns. I wish I could just have one that doesn't have the 810 in it. That's just the ML20s. Because like this one really is our best option, but we have so few field guns left. So we're kind of stuck between howitzer, heavy howitzer, and that's kind of it. Some of these BR2s, what do they do? They don't do anything against armor, so that's not great. I guess they could be good in the south. It's just heavy artillery, basically. Same with this. This is just not very good, except in a siege situation. So I think our best bet is just some more howitzers. The howitzer regiment comes with more guns, so it has more punch. We can build more of these. They are the same cost, though. We don't have a ton of... I'm just scared of running out. I mean, I know we're building more, but let's just build those. So we'll get some more corps artillery coming in. And maybe we can give you something. Take that last howitzer. Take it, it's yours. Just an AA battalion? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Don't have much to offer you. All right. Now we just want to bring in our reinforcements. Okay, so we filter the theater box to reserves and filter our TOE to 100. Well, we'll do 90 as usual. 134. And we'll just bring it all in. Right? I guess that just, we might have just built that, I don't know. But we'll bring all that stuff in. Get it to the front. And that should all be coming into here, I hope. So, we shall see. We shall see. All right, well, that's our turn. Such as it is. 4 weeks into the war, and we now have these little clumps of front lines with big monster gaps in between them and just an entirely open Ukraine that they can just drive across if they can get there. I'm hoping that little jaunt in between them might have slowed them down. I probably should have done it further back, but I didn't have a lot of movement points to play with. And I don't know, this seemed to be a good place to do it. I was just assuming they were going to be defending this double rail a little bit more closely. So that's where we'll leave it, and we'll send it off and get it back. Until next time, see ya.